Collab is a home for creatives and a home for people to really and truly come together and find a space where they can be the best version of themselves.
From top-of-the-line equipment to gorgeous indoor and outdoor spaces, Collab Studios in East Williamsburg, Brooklyn has everything a photographer needs to create beautiful images.
People are getting a lot for what they pay for here.
But Collab Studios is so much more. In an industry of tens of thousands of professional photographers, just in the U.S., co-owners Ifill-Forbes and Neriah McBain are creating a home for those they feel have been left out.
Creators of color, we're not as prominent as we should be in this space.
And these best friends, who together have more than 2 decades of experience behind the camera, felt that lack of presence was reflected in the images they saw of people who look like them.
When you're being photographed by people who don't necessarily know your story or understand your story, you also tend to be portrayed in a way that isn't actually what you want to be portrayed as.
And out of that desire to present people of color genuinely, the idea of Collab Studios was born.
Our goal was to have it so that creatives of color felt safe.
Safe to learn and grow as photographers.
The first day I was here in Neriah, he told me a lot. It was a big shoot, so it was a lot of people. There was music. It was welcoming.
I think it's super important, especially being a woman of color, to just have, open arms when I'm asking questions. It really kind of bridges the gap between, us people trying to learn and actual professionals.
Something that Collab Studios is intentional about.
I reached out to someone that I thought was amazing. The response is ego forward. It was very prideful. It was very, well, no, you have to pay me for that. Early days, it was like, you know what? When I actually get to the level that I want to get to, that won't be me.
In fact, it's no coincidence that collab is short for collaboration. Typically, you'll find the studio filled with several people possibly working on different projects. That's by design.
It's always good to get perspective.
In this particular space, art tends to be more of a group thing.
Justin, Neriah, and others work together not only on shoots, but also teaching.
We do workshops, we do one-on-one teaching as well. We'll also be doing something where we'll be catering to other photographers, other creatives, for them to use the space as their own workshop.
The ultimate goal? To be a hub for anyone who wants to pick up a camera, especially creatives of color, and hopefully a conduit to a career and change in the industry. Reporting for Collab Studios, I'm Erin Clark, StorySMART.